Now we'll study about our new program, that is experiment number 4. Design, develop and implement Yak or C program to demonstrate shift reduce parsing technique. For the grammar, E producing E plus E or E star E or open bucket E close bucket or ID. Okay, for this or and parse string also is given id plus id star id, so we can take different input also. So depending on that we'll write the program. Okay, so here in shift reduce parsing, okay, so always what will be there, so we will be having one table. Okay, so that is parsing table. So in that, here rows are nothing but non-terminals. Okay, rows are nothing but non-terminals and columns are nothing but terminals. Okay, so here terminals are there. In the end, whatever terminals are there in the our grammar, that plus dollar prompt will be there in parsing table, and here these all are non-terminals rows. Okay, so corresponding production rule will come in this cell. Okay, so non-terminal, terminal, so what type of shift or reduce action you have to do it, depending on that here one production will come. Okay, so but if you saw this program, so in this grammar, so we have only one non-terminal, that is E. Okay, so instead of writing that complete parse tree, parse table with only one row E and remaining as a here like this, remaining as a non terminals. Okay, columns as a terminals, so better we'll directly write a program which will take this, instead of writing this table then doing the parsing for the string, directly we'll write parsing only. Okay, so we'll not create this table because we have only one non-terminal. Okay, so here what we are doing is, so whenever actually we will parse it, while parsing time always we will be having the stack. Okay, so always we will be having the stack, then input, then action part. Okay, so whatever stack content is there, that will display it, then whatever input we have, that will display it, then corresponding action whatever we are doing, that will display it. So in the beginning, whatever input is given, suppose this input is given, so input will be there, stack will be empty, then action parts in the beginning will be empty. So depending on this input, so then we'll write some action part, then we'll perform some operation on stack. That is, you have to shift it this one, or whatever existing is there in the stack, you have to reduce something and you have to shift again something. Okay, so that is, for a shift part only shift will be there, that is from the input we'll send it to the stack. In reduce part, what will be there, whatever stack content is there, that will remove it, then we'll keep something again there. Okay, so there push and pop both options will happen on stack. Okay, so whenever in the end of the input string, so whenever we will reach in the end, so that time what will happen, whenever if stack contains start of the grammar symbol, okay, only start of the grammar symbol is there on the stack, then we'll say as a this grammar is successfully parsed. If it other than that something else is there, then it's a error. Okay, so for that purpose we have to write the program. So here our stack should contain in the end only E, because our grammar symbol has only one non-terminal, that is only a start of the our grammar symbol. So if it is stack has E, it means it is a successfully executed, that is at the end of the input string. Okay, whenever an input will get over, that time stack should have only E. Okay, so here we'll maintain one stack. For maintaining stack, we declare this one stk, and for the action part, that is shift or reduce, to write that one we are using this one, and whatever input is there, that for that we are writing as a inp. Okay, so all are declared as a char. Okay, so it's nothing but a string. Then we are taking some variables, that is for index, that is I, j, okay, and z. These three actually we are taking for a index of the stack. Okay, why three are there, we studied in that one. Different pages we are using different variables. Okay, then here C contains actually our length of our input. So whatever length is there, that will contain. So in the beginning what we are doing is just we are displaying, it is whatever grammar is there. Then we are asking user to enter the string, that is nothing but input, whatever input you want to give. So you can enter whatever is there in problem statement. Okay, otherwise you can enter different also. Okay, so here we are asking user to enter the input. So that input length we are taking it and we are keeping into C variable. Okay, so now we have to display properly, that is stack content, input content, then action part. Okay, so that we are displaying here. So corresponding, that is values we will be displaying. In the beginning stack will be empty, so only $prompt we are displaying it. In the beginning whatever input we received from the user, same thing will be there, so we are displaying this one percentage yes input. Then in the beginning action part is empty, so we are not displaying anything here, we are leaving as it is, that is hyphen we given it. So now one by one input we have to parse it. So we have for loop, that is I equal to 0 to j less than length of the input string, j is initialized to 0. Okay, so then we have two variables I and j, both are incrementing. Okay, so here why we are taking j is nothing but, if you saw this grammar, in this grammar size of terminal and non-terminals are 1 byte only for all. Okay, if I took only e, there is a one character. If I took plus also, it's a one character. If I took star mark, there is also one character, open bracket, close bracket. But if you saw id, so two characters together is my one token or one grammar symbol. For that purpose we are maintaining two indexing. Okay, I and j, and just we are maintaining j, that is nothing but whenever input string will get over, for that purpose we are maintaining a j. So now in the beginning, so whenever we'll get the input, okay, so whenever we'll get this input, what we'll do, always first step in the parsing will be there as a shift, and the last step will be there as a reduce. Okay, so it has to reduce to the start of the symbol. If it is reducing, that is a successful. So always valid input has first step as a shift, and valid input has last step as a reduce only. Okay, so that purpose what we are doing, we are starting with our program with by default shift operation. Okay, so in between where we have to reduce it, that we don't know, where you have to again shift it extra, that we don't know. So that depending on input and stack content we have to do it. Okay, that we will write it in program, but first one is nothing but shift only. So directly we are doing the shift operation. So for that purpose what we are doing is we are writing as action part as a shift. So while displaying, we have to display action as a shift operation, first step. Okay, then we are checking input. So input is nothing but whatever input content, is it a id is there or not, that is input of I and input of I, input of j and input of j plus 1, both are one character. We are checking it, it's checking for I and d. Okay, individually we are checking it. So if it is there, some task will perform. If it is not there, by default we have to consider as a it has something else other than id. So it may be any of these things, that is maybe e or plus or multiplication or open bracket or close bracket. So all are 1 byte only. So if it is for 2 bytes, we are checking here, that is specially for id. So if it is not there, by default we are considering as a it's a 1 byte only. So if it is a id, so what we have to do, in stack I have to move I also, d also. So here we are moving that one, that is input whatever content is there, we are moving to the stack. So it is stack of I is equal to whatever input I, that I will move it. Stack of I plus 1, whatever input after I, whatever I will be there, that is character d, that I will move it. Then stack of I plus 2, that is end of the string, we have to mark it /0, we are marking it. Then from the input you have to remove it. So I have to remove I also and d also I have to remove it. So for that purpose what we are doing, in input we are giving as a input of I j equal to space. Okay, that is nothing but erasing part we are doing it. While displaying, it should not display id now. Okay, so then input of j plus 1 also we are doing as a space. So then we are displaying it. So that is nothing but first step is nothing but whatever stack content id will be passed, input id will be removed, then action, that is a shift part. So whatever we written here, shift part, that we have to do it. So immediately after we are calling check function. Okay, so what here check function is nothing but we are saying as a after shift you may have to reduce it, so go and check it. So that is nothing but here in this one we are doing that part, that is check function. Here reduce part. So what is that reduce part? In detail we'll study it later. Okay, so here then if it is not an id, so what you have to do, so it may be a other symbol. Okay, so maybe some terminal plus or multiplication or open bucket. Okay, that also you have to move to the stack in the beginning. So here input of j, whatever is there, that only one byte will move it to the stack. Then next byte immediately we are making as a /0. Then from input we are removing that content. Maybe if it is open bucket is there, that will remove it. Then we are displaying it. Then again we are going for a check is nothing but again it's for reduce part. Okay, so here how to reduce it, that we have to do it. So here after this for loop, this is nothing but this, after this for loop, entire for loop, so what will happen, so this is entire input we are parsing it. Okay, so entire input we are parsing it. If entire input we parsed, then we'll check stack content. Okay, then we'll check for the stack content, that is stack of 0th element if it is a start of our grammar symbol, that is e, and stack of 1 should have a /0, it should not contain other any symbols. If it is there means grammar is successfully parsed. So whatever input is there, that we parsed successfully. If it is not there, it is a failure, that will display it. So this is overall. First we are getting the input from the user, that is one by one we are parsing it, one by one bytes we are parsing it. Then this if condition is for checking the id both together, because it has 2 bytes. Remaining all will be checked here in else part only, because it has all remaining are 1 bytes only. Okay, so then in between what we are doing is we are trying to reduce it now. Okay, now we'll check how to reduce it. Okay, so here reduce function is nothing but check. Okay, so what we are doing, action part, if it is a successfully we have to executed means that is a reduce operation we have to do it. So here what we are doing in action part, we are saying as a reduce by some production name you have to give it. Okay, so that is reduce by, how we have to reduce it, that we have to give it. So now we are taking as a one variable z, and z there is the index of the stack again. So until that size we reach it. So what we are checking here, here we are checking for, that is the stack of z that is contained as a I first one, and stack of that z plus 1 contains d. If it is id, then you have to reduce it by its corresponding production, that is nothing but id I can derive it by e, so that production whatever is there. So from that I have to reduce it. For that purpose what we are doing here, we are checking it first, is it id or not in a stack. If it is there, I will reduce it by e. Okay, then what will be there inside a stack, suppose here you had I, so above that d. Okay, so like this it is there. So I have to remove these 2 bytes, then I have to keep one more byte, that byte is nothing but e, I have to keep it. So here I have to remove these 2, then here I have to keep e. So I and d I will remove it, I will keep only e. So then in this place I will keep /0. In this place in this place I will keep the /0, that is stack we modified it. So here what we are doing is same thing, just we are removing z content, then we are writing as a e, then z plus 1 content we are writing as a /0. So if you saw 2 bytes of the stack I and d, we read it and we removed both the bytes and we modified it. Okay, so here just we are saying as a now go and read the next one, that is next input string. For that just we are implementing the j. Okay, so then here before that just we are displaying the what is stack content, what is input content, what is the action part. Okay, suppose if whatever is there in a stack, if it is not an id, suppose if it is a e plus e symbol is there inside a stack. Suppose here inside a stack I have e plus e, so this part is there. Okay, so here I have to reduce this production with e only, because e producing e plus e is there. So if it is matching with the stack is matching with this one, I have to remove these all 3 bytes, then I have to keep production head, that is nothing but e, I have to keep it. So how many bytes I have to remove, 1 2 3 bytes I have to remove it. So here what we are doing it, then I have to keep e here, in the end I have to keep e. So remaining these 2 I have to keep it as a /0, these 2 I have to keep it as /0. So here stack of z directly I am writing as a e. Okay, then stack of z plus 1 here, z plus 1 we're writing as a slash 0, z plus 2 we're writing as a slash 0. Then we're displaying the stack content, input content and action part. Okay, if you observed here, if you have e plus e, so starting that time our index will be pointing, I will be pointing to here. So we're reading this e plus e. So these three things we're removing, okay, and we're keeping only e. So our pointer has to point so 2 bytes below. So I, wherever it was pointing, always it will point to the top of the stack. So here that we have to remove it, then it has to point here. Okay, so for that purpose, that pointer we are decrementing I equal to I minus 2, that index wherever it was pointing before. So because 3 bytes we removed and we kept only 1 byte e, so that's why we are decrementing by I minus 2. So like this we'll check for other productions also. So that is e producing e star e for that, so same operation. Okay, so that is head of that production e will keep it. Then here open bucket e close bucket, here also again three things are there, we will remove 2 and we'll insert just e. Okay, so the same thing we're keeping it. So this is the program. So now we'll see the output. So that is nothing but, first whenever you will give some input, so this input has to be passed in this for loop. Then one by one, whatever we are taking the terminals, okay, whatever these are the input is nothing but terminal, you will get it. So that is whatever you have got the terminals, that we are trying to keep it inside a stack first, then immediately is it possible to reduce or not, that we are checking it. Okay, so here I'll see the output. So I have executed this one and I have renamed that output file as a 4. Okay, so this is my grammar, whatever grammar is given. So it will ask for enter the string, that is nothing but input. So we'll enter it. So now suppose if I entered a id plus id. Okay, so in the beginning stack will display empty, then input is id plus id, action part is empty. So now first one id it will take it, so id it will move it to the stack. So it will move the stack. So here you have to remove it. So here we are keeping as a empty, that is space we are keeping in program. So this is the shift we did it. So immediately you have to check it for can I reduce it or not. So here if you saw id, it's perfectly matching with one of the production, that is e producing id, so I can reduce it. So what we will do, simply we'll reduce it, that is we'll reduce by e. Okay, so this reduce will happen. So immediately next input will take, that is plus. So plus will move it to the stack. Now immediately again it will check it for can I reduce or not. So here that time our stack contains e and plus only. Okay, so stack contains e and plus only, we can't reduce it. So entire that function will check it, it's not matching with any of the productions, it will come out. Okay, then next input it will take it. So that input will move it. So that is nothing but here it will move shift id. So that is of that time our stack contains, it is e plus then id. Now it will check can I reduce something or not. Yes, we can reduce it, this id we can reduce by e. So here we are reducing that one by e, that is e plus e, we are reducing it. Okay, so then immediately again it will check it for next input. So we don't have any input, so it will check for reduce part. So that is can I reduce something or not. Yes, I can reduce e plus e, that I can reduce by production, that is e producing e plus e. So I will reduce this one. Now input string is over. Now we are checking stack content. If it is only e is there, that is start of our grammar symbol, successfully parsed, otherwise error. So only e is there, so this is successfully parsed, otherwise error. Okay, like that you can give bigger input, that is id star id plus id. Okay, so that is also it will give us a successfully parsed. Okay, so then I have given one more input only id, so that is also successfully parsed. Okay, so you can see that one. Okay, now I will give one different one, that is x plus y. So here x and y are not terminals in our grammar symbol. So it will always first it will try it for the shift, it will tried. So after that nothing is there inside the input, so it will stop it and it will try to reduce it. It is not matching with reduce also, so it will display the error message, that is unsuccessful. Okay, so this is shift reduce parsing.